Good day, everyone. You're welcome to this lesson of today. Our subject is quantitative reasoning, and today our topic is index notation 2. We've talked about index notation 1. We treated it before this lesson. So today our focus is on the second part of this interesting topic. My name is Miss Adegoke. You are welcome to this class. Yes, last week we talked about index notation, and then you are told that when a number is expressed in its prime factors, you write the result in a short form. Like for 32, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, and 16 times 2 is 32. But instead of writing 32 is equals to 2 times 2 times 2, that's in 5, you just write 2 raised to power 5 like we have here. That's 2. How many times? 5 times. 2 raised to power 5 or 2 to power 5. Okay, and that's what we have here. 2 to power 5 or 2 raised to power 5. Okay, you can write it in words. You can also write it in figure as we have seen on the screen. So today, we are going to be substituting values. It means we will change the values. When we see a letter, the letter can be used to replace a number. Okay, and we will be involved in practical operations. Now look at this example that I have here. If B is equals to 2, look at it very well. B is 2 and Y is 5. Now they ask you, B squared times Y squared will be what? First of all, what is B? B is 2 and then B squared. I hope you can see that. Then Y is what? 5. Then we have Y squared, which is 5 squared. 2 squared will be what? That's square means you multiply the number by itself. Okay, 2 squared will be 2 times 2. 5 squared will be what? 5 times 5. Can you see that? Okay, so now let's calculate this. 2 times 3 is what? That's 4. And then 5 times 5 is what? That's 25. Okay, there's a mix up here. Instead of 2, okay, let me clean it. Instead of 2, the B there should be, okay, no, there's no, it is 4, all right. So it is 2, all right. If B is 2, then 2 square will be 4. This is where the mistake is. 2 square will be 4. So we have here 4 times 25. And instead of 200, let me write it here again for you. 4 times 25. And instead of 200, 4 times 25 is what? Let's calculate. Because it says B squared times Y squared. And B squared, which is 2 squared, is 4. And then Y squared, which is 5, is 5 times 5, which is 25. So let's calculate. 25 times 4. 4 times 5 is what? 20. You write your 0, you carry your 2. 4 times 2 is what? 8. 8 plus the 2 you have raised up there. That's 10. So what do we have? 100. So the answer is 100, not 200 as you can see here. The answer is 100. That's 4 times 25, which is 100. That is our final answer. Okay, we have some further examples. More examples here. Look at this one. If Y is 3 and Z is 4, then the first question says 2Y is what? That is, Y is 3. So Y 2 times, 2 of 3. That's 2 times 3. And that is what? 6. Can you see that? Then look at this one. 3Z squared. First of all, you must know that Z squared is on its own. Z is what? 4. So Z square will be what? Z square. That will be 4 times 4. And 4 times 4 is what? 16. That's how we have 16 here that you can see. So Z square is 16. Then we have 3 in front. Like here we have 2Y, 2 times 3. Now 3 times Z square. So that's 3 times 16. And that will give us what? Let's calculate. 16 times 3. 3 times 6 is what? 18. You bring your 1 here. 3 times 1, 3 plus 1, 4. That's how we have 48 here. Look at this third one. 4. and then we have into bracket YZ. When the two numbers are together like that, you multiply them. So we have 4 times, YZ is what? Y is 3 and Z is 4. So you say 3 times 4 and that's 12. So we have 4 times, 3 times 4 is 12. That's what we have here, 4 times 12. And 4 times 12 is what? 48. That's what brings us to this answer. Now look at this one, the fourth example here. Y squared Z squared. Look at this number 3. When Y, Z were together, we multiplied them. See what we have here now. Y squared, Z squared, they are together. So first, look for Y squared. Y squared is what? Y is 3. If Y is 3, then Y squared will be 3 times 3. And that's what? 9. Okay, Z squared will be what? 4 times 4. And that's what? 16. Now, Y squared is 9. Z squared is 16. So we multiply 9 times 16. Let's say 16 times 9 is the same thing as 9 times 16. 9 times 6 is what? That's 54. You bring your 4 down, you carry your 5. Then we have a 9 times 1, that's 9. 9 plus the 5 you have raised up. That's 14. So you have 144. And that's what gives us this answer here. Can you see that? Okay. So when the factors, the numbers are together, you multiply them. If you say squares, if you say square, then you multiply it by itself. Now you have to answer this question. If C is 2 and D is 5, 2D is equals to what? Find the answer. Now this one is 3C square. 3C square. The square is after C. I write it again. 3 then C square. So 3C square will be what? Find the answer. Then number 3, 4 into bracket CD. CD is what? Then 4, and here you calculate it and then you give me your answer. And number 5, C square D square is what? They are together. C square D square is what? Calculate your answer and then send to the email, to my email. It's on the first slide. Now in conclusion, we have seen in our lesson that we can substitute values in index notation. A square can be 3 square, B square can be 4 square. We can substitute those letters for numbers. Thank you. Have a lovely day.